offers. There's certainly no hiding from that one. A disappointing afternoon. What are your thoughts after that?
Well, I think it's a bit of a, this division. Like, I'm not going to sit here and bleat on about decisions that have gone against us or near misses and all of that type of stuff. I think just the reality is we've come up against a really strong team. They feel like they're underperforming at mid-table and sack their manager. That's where their aspirations lie. They're spending big money. They've got, good players. Lads that have won the division with Chesham and, Mazzone and centre forward, brilliant player. The captain who give a bit of grief to first half because he was taking too long on the throw-ins. But again, if he was in my team doing that, I'd be delighted. They got a really good side, and it wasn't what we wanted it to be. The first goal was always going to be vital. We've obviously, the referee's made his decision on that. I wasn't so sure it was a penalty. We've equalised on the stroke of half time. I'm not sure that was a foul. And then, we've ended the game with 10 men, 20 minutes to go, and those boys are trying so hard. Like, they're trying so hard, and we've had 4 subs today. We've got injuries aplenty, and these all sound like excuses that they're not. The better team won today. Chesham deserved their victory. They got beat at home by Gosport. They lost to Havant and Waterlooville. We've beaten Havant at Waterlooville. That's the division. We're 6 points off the relegation zone. We're 2 points off the playoffs. That won't change throughout this whole season. Everyone will beat everyone. The top 4, certainly the top 3 in Farnham, Gloucester and Walton look like they're strong, really strong. And everybody else is quite similar. And, I think I keep hearing talk externally and internally about this playoff charge. Like, we've never ever mentioned that this is a playoff charge. You've got to earn the right to be in and around it. And there'll be 12, 13, 14 teams this season that will want to get in the playoffs. And of course we're one of them. But at the moment things aren't falling for us. And they're not falling for other teams. You look at your big clubs like Weymouth and Bracknell are spending, vast amount of money and they can't buy a win. We're 2 points off the playoffs, and I don't know, it felt like a crisis come the end, which, again, maybe as a football club, we just got to have a little reality check of where we're at. But we've got the lads are trying really, really hard. We're disappointed we've lost, of course we are. We go again Tuesday.
Staying with the game then, Rich, obviously it was the first time that we were able to see Matty Carson and Niall Thompson with that back 5 and being able to switch from a 3 at the back to obviously the 5 at the back at the well as well. But the turning point was that penalty, wasn't it? Because Taunton seemed like they were on top and then a big call and to go 1-0 down.
Yeah, well, we didn't create enough chances. And that has been look, we've got 2 brilliant forwards and started today, and you had Jack Rice into that, 3 brilliant forwards. They've not clicked yet. But when they do, they're going to be a frightening proposition for someone, whoever those 2 are, and 2 of them will go and grab that shirt. They've not clicked yet. But again, Bill, we've been together as a job for 15 months. 15 months ago, I had no players, right? So I inherited a football team 15 months ago with 0 players, and we've put together what we feel is a really good group of players. But there's no chemistry. This lot have played together for years and years. They've met police together. They've been a lot of them at Chesham together, and they've been together now for a while. The manager knows them all. We're learning about our players. We're having to make signings because unfortunately, the injuries are going against us. That's our 3rd concussion, and the new concussion rules means that 3 weeks that you're out. So we've lost Nat Williams, we've lost Joe Hatch, we've lost Calvin, who just started making an impression for us. They're all out for 3 weeks. So look, it's a really difficult division. We've no divine right to beat anybody. Parkway have beaten Bracknell today, and that's going to be a really tough game again on Tuesday. And we've just got to stick in there. We've got to stick in there, and we've got to keep everybody together. And I think that's the important bit. I mean, I'm a supporter. I get frustrated when my team lose. I'm frustrated with my team, Southampton, at the moment. We're not doing what we need to do, and and I'm sure they feel that we're not quite where we'd like to be, and I can accept that. But I think there are lots of reasons for it. And we've got to stick together because we've lost. What was that? We've beaten Dorchester in our last league game, and we've lost at home to Chertsey in the one after. It's not disaster. Like, we lost to Farnham before that, but we've beaten 3 out of 4 in the ones before that, and we're not quite clicking how we want. We've got to be patient. It will come. It will come, but it only come with hard work, which they're giving us. It will come with continuity. It'll come with a settled team, a settled a shape, all the things that we're trying to implement, hard work on the training pitch. You know, Merthyr won the division last year. The year before that, they couldn't win a game at the back end of the year and fell out the playoffs. And Taunton were together for 5 years. Like, it's a tough division. Every game is tough. Every team thinks they've got a chance of it in the playoffs, bar a couple. And those other ones think they can win it. So we are in amongst another 10, 12, 13, 14 teams. And Chertsey are one of those, and they've come and done a number on us today. And we done a number on Dorchester in the last one, and we'll look to do a number on Plymouth. But there's no point getting all panicked by it. Like, you know, I'm certainly not. The players aren't. But confidence takes a bit of a knock when things aren't going your way in the game. They've got to keep working hard, and it will come.
And looking ahead to Tuesday then, Rich, like I said, there's no divine right to get any points in this division other than just working hard and trying to be better than the opposition. But Tuesday's game down in Plymouth, as you say, they're beating Bracknell today. But what can we expect from that matchup?
Well, another tight game. Another really, really tight game where the margins, if they go against you, you're going to struggle. You know, I'm really frustrated with some of the decisions today. There was no flow to the game. You know, when you're playing on a grass pitch, you want it to be a bit zippy. You know, we've had no rain, so the pitch is dry. And when you're chasing a lead through a decision that's gone against us, you know, you're having to go a bit longer because you can't play through the thirds because it gets held up. If you watch that game today, you'll see the amount of times that we're trying to play a ball in behind people and lads are running in front of it because it gets held in the grass. That is tough. So we've had to go a bit more direct. We're not really suited to being a direct team. Like, we know that, but we're not stupid. We know we work with them every single minute of every single week. We're in 3 times a week. So we're going to have to roll our sleeves up at Plymouth. There'll hopefully be a bit of dew on the pitch in an evening. They're going to look to play football. We're going to look to play football, and we need to be on the end of the right decisions, the right second balls, the right bounce. You know, Seymour's had one at the near post today that gets us back to 1-1. There's a ball that rolls across the line. Kane didn't follow his run in. He's got a tap in. You know, there's a goal that we scored from a set piece. We've had one cleared off the line at a set piece. That the decisions and the margins will always favour the team that wins the game of football. We've been on the wrong end of that, but let's have a little bit of calm. Like, there's certainly calm from me. Like, there'll be calm from the players, hopefully. I think the football club needs a bit of calm because we're 2 points outside the playoffs. We're 11 games in, 10 I think, and we've actually played some okay stuff in patches today. And in other patches, we went too direct too quick, but we've not lost today for a lack of effort. Our running stats on Wednesday were the biggest we've ever had. These boys are trying for the football club, so stick with them. You know, they'll be fine. They will get on a run like we did last year, and we're closer this year. Like, we're a better team this year than last, and you can hold me to that. That was what my intention was this season, was that we finished 9th and 15 points outside the playoffs last year. We will be better than that this, okay? But this divine right that we're going to be a playoff team and beat everyone and have free-flowing total football all the time, it's not realistic. It's not realistic, and we need everyone to remain together, which we've done. Everyone's been brilliant since I've been at this football club, and I get the frustration, but stick with us because we're 1 win away from being in the playoffs again on Tuesday.
As always, we appreciate your honesty, Luffers, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Top man, thank you.